Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of you, only crossing bigger and better. Like I've stated in other videos, this is a one-minded world, okay? And what I mean by that is the faith of this world states that things cross sinful, evil, and bad, okay? And this faith, depending on where you're at in the world, okay, because all faith is a lie, and I'll explain to you why. Because it causes things evil, sinful, and bad, okay? But I'll get to that. But first I want to explain this. So, every government in the world, right, has their hierarchy. They all have a faith-based government, okay? And the reason why I say all faith is a lie, right, is because if you're not crossing all you are back one more positive always, right, the only way you could add up, stay, or be good as truth, right, the bad way of nothing, the evil way of nothing, the sinful way of nothing, all you have is faith, right? Now check me out. And that faith is the bad way of you, the evil way of you, the sinful way of you, only one way, by an inferior judgment, okay? And this inferior judgment is a trickle-down effect on us, okay? So every government in the world, right, at the top of the government, right, there's the hierarchy. Then there's the head of state. Then there's the government money men. Then there's the law enforcement and the military, okay? Now, all of these entities exist because they state that things cross evil, sinful, and bad with their faith, okay? And none of them only cross all we are worldwide, one more positive than all negativity. Only adding us up good as truth, the bad way of nothing, the sinful way of nothing, the evil way of nothing, and the absolute bigger and better than all negativity. And not only are they a lie on the good God and truth of all things more positive than negative, right? They're also a lie on all things negative because they're not equating it to the reality check of them only crossing more positive than the negatives of them. They're stating that those negatives are sinful, evil, and bad, right? Devilishly delusional, nutty, and fruity out of their mind. And the reason why I say that is they're hallucinating a backfire out of reality check. Now check me out. And this backfire out of reality check is a trickle down, okay? It's a trickle down mind fuck, right? And it has us living in blind slavery to a suicidal death, right? Because of this. If you're the president and you're not crossing all you are back one more positive to be good as truth, right? The only way you can stay or be good as truth, you're not, okay? Now, with that leadership as the hierarchy of all heads of state, right, not being that way, right, it's a trickle-down effect. And they say that things cross evil, bad, and sinful. So they set up their laws and their governments to regulate us out an evil, bad, sinful way, right? Instead of crossing all we are back one more positive to be good as truth, they want to state us victims and crooks. And instead of making sure that none of us, right, ever go homeless, right, in a world where we can't always sustain for ourselves, right? Instead, they send us to prison and they cage us like animals. But that animalistic way is of their own minds because they're not crossing all we are back one more positive always just to be good as truth. And that trickle-down mindfuck, right, is the way and the thoughts of every citizen of the world. And they can't understand why the world is so dysfunctional. And it's because this world is stated in a he shafted reality of faith. And that faith is a lie on all mankind all the time, man, only crossing bigger and better in every direction, good as truth, more positive than negative. Because in reality check, right, through the blind faith of the world, right? The hierarchy of it, having us in bondage to their economics, to their laws dictated on us through the sinful, bad way, evil way of their faith. They don't cross us back more positive always to be good as truth, because in reality they are a horde. You hear me? They're a horde of negative deficiency through a mind fuck power trip that's been taught to these fools. And it's crazy. It's unevolved. Listen to me. Like I said, man, when the world was he shafted in the beginning, right? The earth was a true sister reflection of the one God, the absolute good truth of God, of the absolute bigger, better, here and now Holy Spirit at every point in time and space I am, right? Only one more positive than all negativity. And if that's all you ever do from this point on, right, that will be your past, present, and future. Only cross one more positive always than all faithful negativity. Only adding up good ass truth until all the negativity subtracts to one neutral. Nothing, just a negative up out of your reality. Because if not, you are living a he shafted way of faith. And this alternate universe is always in a state of decay and disintegration since the beginning. Listen to me. You have to state good ass truth here and now, one more positive than all negativity, to keep existing here and now to the bigger and better of all reality check. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of recognizing the negatives of your life and only crossing one more positive, adding up good ass truth, Christ-like, the absolute bigger and better of the thieving Holy Spirit out of all negativity, right? The bad way, the sinful way, the evil way of all faith I am, to one neutral nothing, just absolutely positively negative of my here and now. And until it's one nothing to the absolute bigger, better, good God and truth, the King of all God, truth, reality, check of creation, of existence, I am. The Adam man evolved I am, the absolute good God and truth of Jesus Christ of all I am, right? The reality check of all for everlasting peace that never dies. Well, that's all you can be doing, is dying, man. And let me tell you something about this dying. It's where your atoms that make the holy bonding matter of you can't hold themselves more positive than negative in a positive universe. To keep you good always as truth, only an absolute bigger, better of you here and now. This is why you decay, disintegrate, and die. But you're not animals, man. We're people. And if you don't know to always take that back more positive, to only add you up good as truth, right? That you will always be bigger and better than any evil, sinful, bad way, you won't be. And your life from beginning to end is a perpetual negative to your death. And this is what these people have taught us to do, is they taught us to hoard their riches, right? Live in blind slavery, right? To dumb shit. Saying it's the good of us, man. Why they're destroying themselves with murderous suicide and us too, with this trickle down scrub economy of all God, truth reality check, man. There's enough resources. They send billions and billions of dollars to invest in these wars. If they spend the same amount of money, right, to invest in these babies who need food, man, to invest in these women who need help, that can't have these babies, you know, that's an individual choice, man. Just like a doctor. And people should be able to have babies or not have those babies. If that baby is more negative than the good truth of that woman's life, man, nobody in the world should force her to have that baby. That's something she's got to take up with herself. You hear me? She's got to live with that. It's ridiculous, man. Anybody who sells out kids or this world, man, ain't shit. But that ain't selling out a child, man. Because that child, right, I'm going to explain something to you, will come into the world and it won't have a mother, man, because that mother either can't take care of it, or it's killed its mother at birth, or that child is some way in a negative state to that woman. And the only thing it can do is destroy her. You understand? Everything has a positive and negative value. Love your neighbor like you love yourself, man. These people are insane. Evil is nothing. Bad is nothing. Sinful is nothing, man. Jesus said it's the nature of adultery when you go against what's good as truth to yourself. More positive than negative. That's what kills you in reality check. That's what destroys you in reality check. Nothing else can. You're made of indestructible atoms. And all of them's more male, more positive and holy than anything could ever destroy them. The only thing that can be destroyed is the good truth of your shape, form, and mass. One negative of the here and now. Infinitely forever. There's just one nothing of you. If you think you're going to die and go to some pearly heaven, man, right? Some great thing. Let's see how many people, right, throw a party to celebrate you on your way. I bet you they don't. I bet you they cry over you. You wonder why? Because death is sad. It's ugly. It's decay. It's disintegration. It's the rot of all things good and decent, more positive than negative. And we have been lied to. This whole realm and reality is fake. And anybody who lives in a faithful way, stating that things cross evil, bad, and sinful, all they got is death for it. They are Antichrist. And their day and their ways have come. And that's a fact of God check. From the fool, thief, man, God, king. Adam man first evolved, the triple mill. Evolve all I am. Peace.